I had to turn to the book of Romans and give you the historical events of this Roman Empire and the Greeks and their whole history. When they say, I always told me, history repeats itself in cycles. This is what happened before. This is what they might do once again, like they did the last time. After every 20-year period, they come back and make another war on certain groups of people who are becoming populated and rebuilding themselves again. They come right back again to try to throw you back down again, just like the history says. All right, this is what it says. The Gentiles are guilty before God. In the book of Romans, chapter 1:18, they are guilty. This is what Dante and Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy was talking about in the Inferno. They were guilty. All the Roman cardinals, all of the Roman emperors, and all of the things in Rome, he sent down, he saw them in the Inferno one day. He was looking at them. And he saw them, and he couldn't stay there. They exiled him. For his judgment upon them wasn't so good. So this is what it says. The wrath of God is on the Gentiles. The Gentiles are guilty before God. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shown it unto them. 1 Romans 20. The invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and they changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of all evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So I'm going to start right there. That was the first thing he said about them. They were inventors of evil things. They made all these evil things. Inventors and liars, and they were the worst kind of people in this certain new empire called the Roman Empire. Like the decline and the fall of the Roman Empire. I want to talk about that, but I want to give you where the history of Herodotus talks about the Scythians. And he's going to give you the history. Also, I'm going to talk about the Renaissance. Because that empire came to an end one day. The Greeks came to an end in 30 BC in Egypt. Alexandrian Jews with Alexander. This Alexander was like a Christ-like figure. Christ comes through Alexander's bloodline, mixed with the Greeks. African man from Libya, mixed with a woman from Macedonia, Greece. That was Alexandria in 30 BC. They knew about America. They knew about all of the world like we do. It's a little different. But all the things that has happened, I want to show you how the empires came to an end and how they, okay, let's talk.